Unit 5, the factor market for Team Matriculi. Let's take a quick review on the factor market. In the factor market, the household supplies resources, or labor, to a business, such as the electric company, which in turn must pay income for the labor. Perfect competition. A perfectly competitive market has the following characteristics. 1. No single firm manipulates the market. 2. Workers have identical skills. 3. Wages are constant. And 4. Employees are wage takers. The demand for labor is the different quantities of workers that businesses are willing and able to hire at different wages. Labor demand in a perfectly competitive market has the inverse relationship between wage and supply, because the more a business has to spend on one employee, the less it has to spend on additional employees. The supply for labor is the amount of labor available to a hiring business. Labor supply in a perfectly competitive market shows a direct correlation between wage and supply, because when wages go up, more are willing to respond to the call for labor, and same for decreased wages. Here are graphs that show the individual firm and industry for a perfectly competitive market. See that the supply line for a firm is perfectly horizontal, because all employees of same skill and position earn the same amount of wage. The supply for the factor market is also the MRC, or the marginal resource cost. The MRC is calculated by the change in total cost over the change in inputs. The demand in a perfectly competitive market is also the marginal resource product, or the MRP, which is calculated by the change in total revenue over the change in inputs. For example, if 5 railroad workers' productivity earns the railway company a net revenue of $1,000, the MRP would be $200 per worker. There are 3 shifters of resource demand. The shifters of resource demand include change in demand for a product, the change in demand for productivity, and the change in demand of other resources. There are also 3 shifters of resource supply: the number of qualified workers, government regulation and licensing, and personal views on leisure and social roles. For example, if everyone working at the electric company needed to pass a math test in order to work there, the number of qualified workers would severely decrease. Differences in wages. Why are there differences in wages in a perfectly competitive market? Well, the labor market itself has imperfections, such as misleading information or insufficient information. It also has geographical immobility, unions, and wage discrimination based on things such as gender, race, etc.
Powered by video.